how the best way I can help you. Would that be okay?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. So just tell me a little bit about you and your business, and like who do you help, what problems do you solve, or how what kind of businesses are you involved in or business?
Okay, awesome. So I'm involved in two different industries, the real estate industry and the mental health industry. For real estate, it's for profit, it's an investment club. Also, we offer syndications, passive investing, and we offer traditional real estate transactions. So if you're just like a regular buyer or seller in the market, I have a team of realtors and mortgage lenders and stuff for that as well. Um, and then the second thing is my nonprofit. It's Greater Horizon Foundation. And
Hold on. I'm sorry, Anna. Greater Horizon. I'm writing notes as you say, but Greater Horizon nonprofit, and this is the mental
health.
aspect, mental health. Awesome. Okay.
This is
Greater Horizons. What's the name?
Greater Horizon Foundation.
Okay, got you.
And we target mental health industry, so we give support to individuals who need mental health treatment through financial support and essential needs. And we also give grants to research facilities for any research or scholarships that they require. And then along with that, we collaborate with different nonprofits to kind of get ourselves out there and get them out there. And yeah, that's
I
about it.
love it. I love it. So, on the real estate side, you mentioned you're involved with syndication. That caught my eye because I might need to talk to you about that. But so are you focused on residential, commercial, or both? Or
Well, it's mostly residential properties, but on a commercial level, like we do multifamilies are over 5 units. So it kind of tropples into being a commercial, but we don't do retail or anything like that when it comes to commercial. So uh,
okay.
main focus is multifamily and single family investments, and we do in-state and out-of-state investing. So we pretty much will get, like, if you are looking for like a target audience, that would be maybe busy professionals or retirees or first generation investors who are looking to partner with myself or another investor and go into a shared deal with them, and then allow us to kind of take that deal to closing and then manage it, do everything we need to do. So it's kind of a passive income opportunity.
hmm Okay. So, is this investment club something you're a part of, or is this something you founded?
Something I founded.
Okay. Awesome. What's the name of it?
Niche assets, NEESH assets.
It's Assets Founder. I love it. And did you also found the nonprofit as well? Are you the founder of that?
Yes.
And it's niche, Neesh.
Yes.
Okay. And so, do you have a website for either of these or both of those?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You want
Cool.
me to put it in the chat?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, what I can do.
I sent it over.
Okay. Let me move my little note. Okay. Hold on. Write this down. And then this one is ghgiving.org. Okay. So, I have a few more questions about the real estate club. So, you guys basically provide, is it mentoring or coaching? So, if I'm a newbie or if I'm an experienced investor, I can partner up with you. And are you open to doing deals with me, or do I have to bring or find deals and then you decide whether you want to? So let's say I had a deal and I said, "Hey, is it Nishara?
Nishira.
Nashira? She. Okay. Um, Nashira, I have this deal. It's it located.
No, you don't have to locate the deals. We do
I'm
everything.
looking for a partner.
Yes. So we do the way the partnership works is we'll find the deal, we analyze the deal, we do all the property management, the maintenance, all of those things. If you find the deal, then we talk about the percentage split in our partnership. We would create a operating agreement, a joint venture agreement, either one, depending on what we agree on. And then that would kind of outline what our responsibilities are. But if you're an investor, you're not finding the deals. It's my team and I are.
Okay. So if I'm an investor and I just have the money, then I'm just putting up the money and you guys are finding the deals.
Right. The money's going into escrow, and we'll hold it until we're ready to get to closing when money needs to be transferred. And then our escrow company will be the closing company. So they'll have access to everything. The attorney will be involved and everything like that. So whenever the deal is getting ready to closing, then they'll just wire it over. So your money, no one's really touching the money that you're investing.
Gotcha. And so how long have you been doing that?
For 6 years.
And so speaking of the syndication, have you guys already created some syndications and got them funded, or is that just something that you guys that's an offer? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yep, we've total investment in the last year has been about $11 million altogether with partnerships and passive income investors. We also have some debt partners who kind of play the bank, so they don't want to be an actual active investor. They just kind of want us to pay them the principal and the interest on the property. Same thing like getting a mortgage from a private lender.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the kind of deals that we've done so far.
Okay. So so are you able to create or fund larger deals than that? Do you have a max or cap or minimum?
Yeah, I've done deals at $23 million. I've done syndications in Vegas for the sports arena that they're developing right now. So me personally, I have tons of experience. I have amazing investor network and things like that. Just for niche assets, I'm trying to stay under a certain amount because I'm not trying to convert it into a firm. I would like to keep it like a club. It's less stress. I don't want to deal with the SEC. If you more than 5 investors or even up to 5 investors on a deal, now you have to report that to the SEC. I don't want to do that. So my max that's why for niche assets, smaller investments for people who aren't these big time investors, and where my role comes in with the big time investors are as their representative more so. So I'll do portfolio managing. That's a service I offer myself. So not through niche assets.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So if I'm an investor, a real estate investor, and let's say I'm either building homes or I'm flipping homes or whatever, and I'm looking for a joint venture partnership where, like I said, I have the deal, I bring it to you, I hear the numbers, and see if you would be interested in a JV deal on that. Is that something you do or no? It has to be you find the deal and all of that.
No, if you have a deal and you'd like us to come on board on that deal, or you'd like me personally to come on board on that deal, we'd talk about what the requirements on and expectations are. And then in that point, I would, analyze the deal, make sure it's a good deal, that it qualifies, and then pretty much do the same thing I would have done normally, except now you found the deal. So you probably get a bigger equity partnership because it's a deal you brought to the table.
Gotcha. Okay, and I'm actually asking for. I have clients all across the world, but I have a lot of clients, real estate clients in the United States, and so I'm actually asking those questions because I'm thinking about a few of them right now. So that's where going in on that. So on the syndication, what would be the largest amount that you would be comfortable with on that end of it?
Well, anything, any amount I'm comfortable with. I'm very comfortable with money.
I like that answer. Okay. I'm going to talk to you not now but I've got a couple deals or my clients have a couple deals that I want to run by. Matter of fact, can you give me your contact information if that's okay, and then that way
Yeah.
we can schedule a time to focus on that. Right now, I want to focus on your business, but I've been involved in real estate for a long time. I've got a lot of clients that are. I've got. Okay, let me write that down. 786-350-9001. And where are you located? Where is that at? 786.
Miami.
Oh, okay.
Where are you located?
I'm in Shreveport. Well, not Shreveport. I'm in Louisiana, but by Shreveport, Bossier City, what is this? Northeast Louisiana. I don't know if you follow or pay attention to 50 Cent, but anyway, he just purchased the second largest studio here in Shreveport. He's planning on turning it into a little mini Vegas, and they've given him the key to the city, and he's already bought up a block in the downtown area. He's got an incredible business plan for turning the city around, and so.
I did read on that. I think that's incredible work that he's doing. I do hear Louisiana's market is really great. That's kind of why I try to stay towards, smaller multifamilies, 12 units, 20 units, things like that, or less, because you can get a bigger bang for your buck in these amazing cities like Louisiana or Texas. And I know Ohio's doing really, really well.
Yep, all those.
I've done tons of flips in Buffalo, New York.
Wow.
So I prefer to invest in a market outside of Miami.
Yeah, definitely.
I only have 3 properties here. Everything else is kind of, the closest one outside of that is 4 hours away from me. So it's definitely a great market. I would be interested in investing in that.
Yeah, and it's about to explode. Matter of fact, I moved down here 2 years ago. Because I dealt with a lot of asset managers, and one of them sent me a list of like 10 properties at that time, and they're like, I could buy 10 properties for like $350,000. Matter of fact, I just got a very similar deal, and I was like, 350. I was like, I can't even buy a garage because I lived in Seattle, Washington. I was like, I can't even buy a garage for $350,000 in Seattle. I was like, there's no way in the world I could buy 10 houses that are rented and cash flowing for $10,000. I mean, for $350,000. So I got on a plane and flew down here, and because I was like, I gotta see this. I mean, are these shacks or are they broken down? Because sometimes the pictures can even be deceiving. So I hopped on a plane, flew down. I was like, oh my gosh, it was real. And I was like, this is crazy. This is unbelievable. So while I'm down here, I was looking at, other property where I was like, okay, well, let me see what I could get for my money, right? Mm-hmm. And in Seattle, like a $400,000 or $500,000 house, it's nice, it's decent, it's, it's not great, but I found this huge mansion, 5,000 square feet, big, like Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Wow.
Literally, like, I don't know how many acres I had, almost a half a block. It was half of the block it sat on. Like, just incredible property. 5 bedrooms, 5 bath. And just beautiful. It was actually... What drew me to it was like, I remember when I was a little boy, my mom showed me this magazine and she said, oh, that's a colonial style. I was enamored. I said, what kind of house is that? It like kind of looked like the White House. And she's like, oh, that's a colonial style. And I found that house here.
Wow.
Literally, I got it for the same amount of money that I would have had a 3-bedroom, 2,000 square foot house in Seattle. No swimming pool, no acreage, no nothing. And I'm like, this is like heaven. Like, recently a deal, 10 houses, 350,000. This is what I'm like, I tell my buddies. Matter of fact, after I moved down here, I called my buddy up. I told him everything. He said, well, I'm going to fly down there too. So he flies down. He goes, Lavelle, it's everything you said. I said, yeah, I told you, man. It's like, so he goes in and buys a whole neighborhood, literally buys 30 something doors, right?
Yeah.
And he only paid like, I think it was like all in, including the rehab, like 600 and something thousand.
Yep.
And from day one, he was cash flowing. That's what blew me away. It was like, as soon as he titled, okay, now half of them were already done, so he had to remodel like 14. So the other were done. But he was cash flowing from day one, and then once he got done, he increased his equity, and it only took him like 6 months to do them all. He had an incredible crew. 6 months, but he increased his equity position $800,000, almost $1 million in 6 months.
Yeah.
And he's been cash flowing from day one. And it's like, so like this one on a residential, you get 10 houses for 350, and they're cash flowing $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
But 2 of them weren't rented. So once you rented those, you'd be at $7,000 a month cash flow.
Yep.
It's just crazy.
It is. And that's honestly how I kind of made most of my money, just not being afraid to get out of my own market, even though I know Miami has a great market, but there's so much more money. People are leaving here, going somewhere else. And Miami's really great if you have at least $20 million and you're ready to buy something huge, maybe for like student housing or something like that, and you get creative. It's good. Maybe retail would be good here, but everywhere that I've been looking, and that's why now with the investors I already have, we have money in the pool that we've made investments with, and I'm looking for more people additionally why I'm so, I guess, almost strict on having passive investors, because I know how to do this. I know how to make me money and someone else money. So, but when there's too many pots in the hand, you really can't. You have to go through all of these decision makers. You can't just like think on your foot and solve the problem and get onto the next strategy. Yeah. So that's exactly how like all of the investments that I'm making now are just outside of Florida or South Florida, I want to say.
So you answered one of my next questions that I was going to ask you is, if you look at your businesses right now, we'll go with the real estate, then we'll talk about the grants. What do you think is missing or broken? So on the real estate side, you say more passive investors.
Yeah, I don't think it's missing or broken. I think I'm just ready now to take on more. Everyone that we have now are, they're cash flowing. Everybody's happy. I'm happy. I'm about to purchase another property myself. So the next mortgage I put on my name has to be at least to a 20%, 25% down. So the next investor that comes on board would probably be required to put up the capital, and then I would assume the mortgage. Both of our names would be on the title of the property, and then we'd create an LLC between us. And then from that point, create an operating agreement, and then I would just handle the rest. And every single month, I send you a check, or we decide on quarterly, monthly, annually. Everybody has a different preference.
You're impressing me every word that comes out of your mouth, because I'm like, okay, this girl knows what she's talking about. When you said syndication, I was really surprised. I was like, wait a minute, that not too many people know and understand that. So what me and my clients, or what I've helped some of my clients do, is do just that. Matter of fact, we took a strategy that was strictly used in commercial and started applying in residential. So you're familiar with like joint ventures, right?
Yep.
So we actually took that strategy and brought it into residential, where we were actually, and I'm using this term of reverse purchasing the houses, where we would find a seller who was whatever issue or trouble they were in. We would come on board. We would form a JV, get on the title. Then we would use our strength of our credit and finances to refinance the house, give them the cash they need or whatever, and then we take over. Or if they wanted to stay in it, rent it back out to us or whatever. And that was something that we did a lot in commercial, but nobody had really heard of it and seen it applied to residential. But when I look at real estate, for me, real estate is just all about numbers. It's nothing. It's just numbers on a paper. Here's X amount what you're putting in or what you got to come up with. Here's what you're going to return, or here's what your monthly is. As simple as that. That's how when banks analyze properties, they're not looking at they look at pictures, but they're looking at the numbers of the deal, right? When the loan officer doesn't necessarily come out to your property and do all that stuff, they send appraiser and all that stuff. So for them, it's just about the numbers all right. So okay, so you're ready to expand, right? You're ready to expand.
Ready to expand. Along with expanding, looking for passive investors. If you have people who just are regular people who are looking to buy and sell properties, I have a team of realtors. I'm also licensed that I look over, and they do the transactional side of everything.
Okay. So then on the nonprofit side, same question, but what and it does when I say missing or broken, that's kind of like, what's your biggest need right now in that business?
I guess donation and funding, as every nonprofit, I think that'll always be what it is.
Yeah, believe me, I know. I hear that all the time.
Yeah, we've been doing really well overall. I just would like to be able to help more people. We've helped about 6,280, something like that.
What? So wait a minute. How many have you already helped?
6,280, something like that. 200 and something.
And how long have you been doing that?
We've been incorporated for a year now, and unincorporated through partnerships and volunteer work for about 4 years now.
Wow.
I've lost you guys.
Okay. Wow.
I said amazing.
Okay. All right. That's a lot of people. That's great. Okay. So the next question would be, are both of these like a later thing, or is this a sooner thing for you?
Sooner would be better. I can always do something where we try out one business, get that up and running and set up, and then move to the next one. So I'm open to getting information, then I'll discuss it with my team, and then we can go from there.
Okay. So let me make sure I got this right. And I'll go back and forth, but on the real estate side, you're ready to expand. So we're ready for more passive investors. And so what that relates to when I speak about online, because we're a digital marketing agency, we're a full service agency, but we mainly our focus, and most of our clients have online businesses, but we work with online and offline businesses. So so that would mean that obviously to find these passive investors, you're looking at more targeted traffic and highly qualified leads, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And then on the nonprofit side of things, really relates to donation, obviously money, but in order to get money, you need more awareness about what you're doing and all the great things you're doing and all the people you're serving. Right? So it'd be like more exposure.
Yeah, we've partnered with some great foundations and organizations like BetterHelp and Headway. West Palm Beach, like the city of West Palm Beach, we did like one event with. It was a small event, but we do have a partnership agreement with them. So a lot of the way that we are reaching people now is through partnerships, because when we post something, for example, we collaborate on it together. When we have an event, we collaborate on an event together, so it brings more people. I don't know if there's a way to mimic something like that virtually, but that's
Definitely.
been working for us.
Definitely. I have a solution for you on that. Matter of fact, I have a method, I call it I believe in community plus collaboration equals currency. Community plus collaboration equals currency, and that can be repeated and duplicated and multiplied over and over again. So, got you there on that one.
Lavelle, we're also going to talk about grants.
Yeah, that's you sit in my cosmic sisters already aside. So one of the ways it looks like, well, one of the ways I know we can help you, and I have a team, just like you said, I don't do all the work and everything like that. It's just, but I believe the best team that money can buy. Actually, how I even developed and was put in touch with the individual that does a lot of the magic on our half of it, for our clients. I don't know if you're familiar with the guy or heard his name, Frank Kern.
No.
Okay, so Frank Kern is basically he's one of the top direct marketing consultants, copywriters in the world. When we met him, his clients were Google, Microsoft, and they were paying him $100,000 to $250,000 for an hour of coaching sessions with their teams. I couldn't believe it when he told me. He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, I'm thinking, oh yeah, somebody makes $10,000 for a coaching session. That's really good." And I almost fainted when he said, "Oh no." Oh, well, who are your clients? Well, Google, Microsoft, and Fortune 500 companies. And I was like, "Real? Well, how much do you charge them for?" Like 100, between 100 and 250,000. I said, "For how long?" An hour.
Yeah.
They fly you in, and they fly me in, put me up in a hotel, then I go speak, and then I go back, and I've got a 6-figure check. So anyway, I ended up meeting my current partner through Frank Kern, because I was like, "Well, Frank, who's doing your funnels, and how are you getting these clients like this?" Is, "Oh, my guy's name is Rajiv." And I'm like, "Well, I need to intro. Okay, I'll put you to introduce." So anyway, make a long story short, Rajiv did mine, and I was like, "Man, if I knew what I needed," and I said, "Well, if I needed other entrepreneurs like myself who really, my focus was, I wanted to enjoy my time freedom." And so me and him developed, this company. And from pretty much from day one, we've been able to get results like Frank Kern. I'll show you, and I'll do a screen share with you real quick so you can see. And I know we're going to have to set up another time, because I do want to at least show you this. Okay. So what we specialize in, and literally my team, I'm going to nickname them the giant killers. And what I mean by that is, because as an entrepreneur, there's usually one big problem or one big issue that you face, and we're constantly slaying them all the time, like over and over and over again. It's just what we do. But so anyway, can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm showing you what we call our fail-proof $1 million ascension funnel blueprint. And literally, this is the foundation that is built and scaled businesses, even from scratch, like newbies, from 0 to 6 figures in a year. If they're already at 6 figures, which a lot of our clients were, like Frank Kern were already there, to 8 and 9 figures. It's just, and if you look at it, and I'm going to send this to you, so but it's really 3 simple steps, because I've learned, and I actually learned this from Frank Kern, and then I applied it on So, right, it's like, if you find something that works, just model it. Yeah. It's the simplicity. Because people that are looking for a solution, or that have a big problem, they want it now. They're not like, oh well, I'll get to it later or whatever. And so we have a saying that keep everything simplicity is the key, right? And this is so that's kind of our blueprint to follow. Now, obviously, if we build a funnel for you, there's customization, different things, but this is the foundation of what it looks like. Okay. Um, and I know you said you have a funnel. Are you familiar with the difference between a funnel? I mean, you said you have websites. Are you familiar with the difference between a website and a funnel? Because I haven't had a chance to look up your websites yet.
Yeah, I guess a funnel more so would be what a landing page provides, right? And having
Yeah.
targeting your audience.
Yes. And do you understand why that's important?
I have an idea, but I'd love to hear your perspective.
So, do you see what's on my screen here? Do you see the image here?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. So this simplifies it. You see on the right side, we've got the funnel, and then on the left, there's the welcome to my website. Number one, the thing that's very simple and easy to point out is there's less distractions on the funnel side than on the website side. Well, what does that mean from a standpoint of your customer journey? There's more control. You have more control. That's why the click ratio on a funnel is 2 to 1 versus on a website it's 15 to 1. So for every 2 visitors, you're getting there. And this is literally, I would call I call this the money button. You see that download button? Download now. And I call it that is because when you're able to capture the names and emails of everybody that comes to visit your site, that's that's literally currency. That is money, because here's why. Not only if you have a new offer or something, you can build a relationship with them by simple email. One touch of a button, and boom, you can. If you've got like you've worked with helped 6,000 over 6,000 people on the um, nonprofit side. You could push one button and reach all 6,000 of them. That's where the power for that is, and we call that building a list. You may have heard of that term.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to send you this, so I'm not going to go through all of it now because I know we have very little time. But right now we have 2 specials going on with it. We have for access to our SaaS, which gives you everything, and I will just really quickly show you that. These are all, we wanted to have everything and anything that anybody would need to be able to be successful and grow a 6, 7, or 8-figure business all under one platform. So, and we're giving that all to you, not on a limited basis. It's all unlimited. So unlimited funnels, unlimited website, unlimited pages. The list goes on and on. And right now we have a special where you can get access to that for one time, $97.
Wow.
Now the total value of that. So when I mean value is like if you were to go out and actually purchase or buy each of these apps, that's already included with us, including AI. That's a big one. So because AI can create your content, AI can handle your customer service, AI can create your sales letters, offers, all that. You'd be spending $35,000 a year.
Yeah.
Right now, we have a limited time offer, one time $97, and you get all that stuff still included in that one time, all unlimited. Okay.
Wow.
I mentioned that I believe I have the best team money can buy. So you're speaking to me, Lavelle Frost. I'm the CEO. That's my mug picture there.
You look great.
Thank you. And then this is my partner, Rajiv. And I want you to notice that this is an award he won. So people like some agencies, oh yeah, we're the best. This, that. Well, okay, so we have proof. The Media Buyers Association, which covers, people that are advertisers, companies that are paying for ads. Mm-hmm. He won it for the guy behind the most profitable funnels online. That's why people like Frank Kern, um, Kelly Fidel, who's another big time, have worked with us. And the funny thing is, we don't even have to advertise for ourselves, but we know how to advertise for our clients because we've never had to, because our results send us clientele all the time. And so we've been doing this since early 2000s. Um, and this is Frank Kern. And this is what he said. This is really actually when we first started. And this is what like literally caused our business to explode overnight, because he posted this. Rajiv has built more cool pages and templates for me than I can count. He said, highly, highly, highly recommended. And so with that, endorsement is just like, took off. So anyway, I'm going to send you that. Right. So I'll be doing that. And then what I'd like to do is I want to set up another time that we can hop on a call and to, kind of go into a little more detail on what that looks like for you. But I will tell you this, we can definitely help you find more passive investors. Matter of fact, one of my clients, we built a platform, and that was one of the things that we were targeting. Not only did we build it for them to find investors, it was finding the deals too.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was both. And we took me we did it in a year, but it was like all automated too. It was like notifying we knew when we had a formula for understanding and knowing when somebody was more motivated to sell. And so we would literally okay, so now we reach out to them. We know they're a hot prospect. Boom. We're the first ones to reach them. They're like, yep, you guys are what I need. Bam. And then we would take those leads and pass it on to our investors who were ready to buy. And we were just the middleman and just killing it. So anyway, so we can help. I know we can help you there. And on the grant side, it's kind of funny because we kind of fell into this by accident. Because of our foundation, our focus is on sales funnels. But one of my clients, and I'll just give you a quick story. He's a comedian, and he was putting on these comedy shows in San Francisco, and he was doing, a couple every month. And I'm like, man, what? So anyway, he came to me. He's like, yeah, Lavelle, I got these comedy shows, but man, I need more funding because I'm funding it. And if the show's a bomb, I make money. If it's not, if it is, if it goes good, I make money. But if it's a bomb, I don't make money. And so I'm, struggling. I need more funding. At the time, I was looking at how AI could, just incorporating AI into even our sales funnels, like I mentioned to you, and other things. I was like, well, let's try something. It was like an experiment. And say, hey, if you're open to this, like, so okay. He is a for-profit. He didn't have a nonprofit like you said, like you started out as for-profit, but then he goes, okay, so we did this so last year when we were trying to figure out this blueprint, we literally raised $90,000 for him.
Wow, that's
and
amazing.
The crazy thing is, what was the biggest thing was, out of the funding requests that we sent out, the grant requests, we were getting 80%. Now, when I tell grant writers and other people that, like literally my clients are telling me, man, they're grant writers. They're like, I'm not even, I paid the grant writer $3,500 or $5,000 and I didn't even get a grant.
Right.
They're like, grant writers are getting like 30%, but I'm like, okay, well, they don't have our secret weapon and they don't know our secret sauce. Mm-hmm. And literally, so that's what we've been doing. So now we've been helping a lot of for-profit and nonprofits raise money through this method that we have. And so on that end, man, that's done. We're going to help you. We're going to help you get, especially since, and here was the thing with him. So he went from like a few shows every other month or every couple months to now he's doing shows, I think, on a weekly basis. The money for the grants pays for the shows, pays for him to rent the place, pays for him to fly the comics there, pays for the equipment and all that. So his ticket sales are 100% profit. Plus, he pays himself as the project manager. He's killing it. And all we did was we repositioned his offer to make it something that the grant the grant funders would want to fund, because he's a for-profit.
Yeah.
And boom, and open the floodgates.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was brand new. Like we were like, okay, well, let's try this and see if it works. And it just took off. So so now we've been helping nonprofits and even for-profit businesses raise money through grants. And like I said, our success rate has been between 80 to 90%. It's incredible. So I'm going to send you this proposal. I mean, not this proposal, this presentation. Do I have your email? Did I?
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on. I didn't even. I saw it in the chat. I wrote your phone number down, and I didn't. Shira at.
I knew you were so excited, girl. We were talking about the phone, like, I have it all.
Yeah, I'm like listening to him, and I'm like, oh, whoa, okay.
That's why when we were talking yesterday, it was so divine. It was like Heavenly Father has been putting everything in line, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I'm like, I'm just to close the gap when I bring him in.
I'm so impressed with you. You've been doing the real estate for 6 years. That's great. So, I mean,
I've been a behavioral therapist from before that. I started my real estate endeavors like as a therapist, and I haven't had any cases right now in therapy. So I think the nonprofit is my way to give back, because real estate is very corporate and it's very I had a little bit of an identity crisis at first, because I was like, oh my God, I'm doing all this stuff for money. I'm not helping anyone. So even with niche assets, the investment club, I realized there were so many clients I was helping and coaching through their transaction, and people who were retired investors. I remember one of my mentors, he's my mentor now, and he wrote me a check for $500,000, and he was like, here you go, put it in an escrow account, make me some money. I was like, stop joking with me. He's like, no, you are really, you impressed me. I'm so proud of you. You're doing really great with your own stuff. Like, here, to go do it. So it's been really cool to be for profit, still help people, help myself, build a legacy for my family, and also to meet people like you guys. Like, I'm not a social media person. So how JC's saying, like, her and I connecting, I literally went on social media like 6 months after I deleted everything, went down saw her. I was like, oh my God, I haven't talked to her in so long. And because we met at a party at my house, and then it was just like history from there. So I believe in alignment. I've been looking for a marketing team that's not going to ask me for $30,000 a month right now. That money can go towards actually helping people, You're
going to be blown away if that's what the idea that you have in your mind, because, and I'm telling you, although, yes, we have charged that.
And
but that. But we're aligned in the same mindset. It's like, for me now, it's about helping people. And it's funny because we have a very similar story. So on the real estate side, I had a visit. I'm going to tell you this real quick, and then I know we'll set up this time. But it's funny that you mentioned the guy just came and handed you $500,000 and said, hey, just go make me money. Very similar story, but I actually created that to happen. I brought that, and it came from a vision. I was sitting at a light, the sun was shining in the day, and I was like, and I'm thinking, wow, it'd be great to be in a house in a gated community overlooking the water. And I already had nice houses. I love the water, so all my houses were always on the water. But I was just, for whatever reason, I was like, oh yeah, I wanted, I want this big mansion, blah, 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 gated community overlooking the water. I want to be able to have a 90-degree view of, the water downtown and everything. And so something came to me and said, why don't get that? Why don't you have that?
Right.
Right? Make it happen, Lavelle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, make it happen, right? Number one, I ain't got the money, and I don't know where the house is. And so then I said, oh, okay, well, let's put this to the test. So I was like, okay, so I need my money. Where can I get a lot of money? Well, hedge funds, they got an unlimited amount of money. They don't care. They're not banks. They don't as long as you meet their qualifications, you can get it, right? But here's the thing. I didn't meet their qualifications, but I didn't allow that to stop me from seeking out, going after my dream. So then I was like, okay, I got the hedge funds. Now, I already had a network of a lot of investors because I had clients that had a lot of, big network would love to, they would qualify to work with hedge funds, right? So I literally started cold calling hedge funds. Like I don't know, whatever I said, I kind of remember. I even got through the gatekeepers and I was talking to the senior executives or get this, the heads of the hedge funds.
Yeah.
And I'm just so anyway, make a long story short, I end up having to go to the hospital because they came up, they flew up to see me. They're like, Lavelle, if we had 10 of you, oh my gosh, we'd be the biggest hedge fund in the world. Like they want to fly up, so they flew up to meet me. While we were touring, I went and showed them I showed them the exact lot where I wanted to build my dream house on. They go back home, and they're like, and so we get on the call, and he's just, Lavelle, man, you're great. I love this market. We love the clients you've been sending us. And so I said, well, by the way, if I had a deal, would you guys be willing to fund it? He's like, yeah, Lavelle, man, yeah, of course. They're like, no problem. So I'm thinking, okay, well, shoot, okay, now I got yes, but I got to submit all my financials, all that, and I'm not going to qualify, right? I end up getting sick, had to go to the hospital. I'm getting out of the hospital and got a call because I sent him the deal over. He goes, Lavelle, where do you want us to wire the money? I'm like, I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'll get right back to you. Literally in a 15-minute phone call, but check this out. Didn't ask for credit reports. Yeah. Didn't ask for financials. It was based on the fact that I brought value to them first. That is the lesson that, of all lessons, it doesn't matter what you get in life, even if you have to get it from another resource. If you bring that resource value and make yourself valuable in their eyes, you've opened up the floodgates of heaven. They're going to give you because you're worth it to them. You've proven to them that, okay. And so, I got access to multi-million dollars worth of lines of credit on a 15-minute phone call, no credit report, no financials, based on the fact that what the value that I brought to them. Yeah. So anyway, that was my lows.
That's amazing. I strongly believe in, I don't know if you use the term manifesting, but.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Very strongly believe in that. I'm a list girl. Even the house we just bought, everything checks off everything, the big windows and the pool and all of that stuff. I mean, it's not my forever home, but everything that I think you really do set your mind to, and you're not too greedy about it. It works out for you.
You know what's so crazy? So where are you from, America, or
Yes, I am.
Okay, you're born, but it looks like
ethnicity is Bengali.
Okay, I was gonna say it's so crazy. This is, I'm going to tell you this, and then you understand about manifestation. Literally this morning, I was thinking about a person that looks exactly like you.
Well,
I was thinking and I don't know if it'd be East Indian, but from India.
South Asian.
Okay, yeah. Literally, so I've been looking at you going, this is crazy. And my thought was, because my part of my team is from all over the world in this particular area, and I was noticing the women from that area, and I was like, man, they have some really unique and great qualities, right? And I was like, I could really take one of them and rule the world. They could just I could blow them up because. And I'm serious. I wasn't thinking for me, but I was thinking, man, if I found a client like that, game over. And I'm sitting here talking to you, looking at you going, this is crazy. I literally While I walk, I go drink my coffee, take my walk every morning. That's what I do. And I don't know where even that came from. So I can tell you this, you are on a path that you don't even believe, that you can't even imagine right now.
I have goosebumps. Thank you.
See, they're about to, man, I'm telling you, because it does, everything happens for a reason. It's not by chance that I had that vision. It's just the same thing that happened with my house, the dream house that I built, and I didn't from the hedge fund. I had the vision, but I took action on it and it came to pass.
Yeah.
And so I'm telling you right now, this was purposeful. Your life is about to change in ways that you can't even imagine right now.
Oh.
But I got to end it on that note. And I'm going to, here, let me put my number in the chat. So
just shoot me a text since you saved my number and then I'll
text.
Okay, yeah, I did write it down. Okay, yeah, and I'm sorry, I gotta run, but okay. I will email you when I get back. And JC, are you able to get on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call you when I'm on my way. I've got to run to this point. I'm late.
Thank you so much, both of you were amazing to speak to. I'm excited, so excited for this.
So am I. All right, talk to you soon.
Talk to you later. Thanks, JC.
Okay, girl, hold on a second. We can still talk. He's about to move.
Okay.
He'll end. Okay. So
I'm gonna email lunch and talk to you.
I knew it was gonna be so amazing. He's been helping me with so many things emotionally, in financially, and he's like, don't stress. And yesterday you came into the picture, and it was because with men, you always have to wonder, is there an A? Even though I know there's not at all. You know what I mean? He is poured into me without asking anything. I've paid for his services on the back end of what I'm doing, but I'm seeing the results, and it's insane. Most people were asking me an astronomical amount.
Yeah.
And he told me that he would come on and work with my team, and for the network that I have, he's gonna charge way less. And so, it's so great.
It's amazing. The prices are almost unbelievable, but I can see why. For me personally, if and when it actually produces what it's going to produce, I'm so big on bonuses. Like a couple of days ago,
I'm telling you, it is insane. We have done so much stuff. I wasn't ready for the money aspect of things yet, but if I already had my stuff in order, I would already be making money off of just what he's done. It's just that, and it's only been 4 days. My stuff is blowing up.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, okay. So my stuff is blowing up. I'm getting phone calls. If I would have already been ready to turn my funnel on, I would already be doing the monetization. It is insane what he does. Mm-hmm. But he's been doing it his whole life. He went to school with Bill Gates. He's with all of the top wealth around the world.
I love that. I'm really excited, honestly. Thank you so much for making this connection. And of course, we're going to be doing stuff together as well. And it's funny because a few days ago, I was kind of overwhelmed because I don't really want to go out in Miami anymore. And I was like, okay, how the fuck am I going to meet people? Because I don't want to go outside. All of these events are all the same. They're all the same people. You can't really read who's telling the truth. Yep. And I'm not a social media person either. So I was kind of stressed out, and I was doing this meditation, and right after meditation, I see this video from Abraham Hicks, and she's just kind of talking about how to find your impulses and follow them. And she was like, you need to follow the weirdest impulses that you normally wouldn't do. And then just watch where that impulse leads you, and watch where that impulse leaves you, and just going on my Instagram, right? And just going on, and I have so many DMs because it's been 6 months I haven't been on there. But I saw yours and my eyes went to that, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen her so long. And I messaged you. And then the following time I see that you sent me the message about 411 business. And I was like, and I was telling you, I don't really do interviews. I haven't been really focusing on that, but because I'm so comfortable with you, I was like, no, I can do this. We're just going to be talking, and it just kind of led to this. So I'm I'm excited to see how this unfolding happens. I'm excited to onboard more people on the team and excited to make money together. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I'm so excited because I feel like after yesterday, I just really felt like I could breathe. Like last night, I was crying and crying because it was so, like, it was definitely probably to me. You keep doubting because of your fear, and I keep telling you that I'm gonna take care of it because you're working. You work for 20 hours a day every day, and you've taken care of so many people. If you could just see yourself through my eyes. But
Yes.
I keep trying so hard, and I'm I'm trying to become what I want because I have seen love and been a part of love my whole life with my parents. And all I've ever wanted was the relationship my parents had had. And so many people tell me every day it's never going to happen because this is a different world. And people don't love like anymore. And so, like,
That's not
after
true.
yesterday talking to you, it was like, I know you're not trying to sleep with me. You know what I mean? It's like we were talking and we speak each other's language and we're not working an angle. You're not trying to take advantage of me. I'm not trying to take advantage of you. And so for me, it was like God was literally answering. And as we were talking in the interview, everything was coming to my mind like, oh my gosh, she has stuff that I feel comfortable with that I could actually have to be a partner. And I thought it was going to be like a partner that I would get with and have a relationship, like an intimate, so we can build each other. And it came to me like, this is it. It is a partnership, because what you don't want to do is what I do. This is how I have oxygen. Like I need people, like I need oxygen.
Yeah.
And I can get in any place. I can go right now. I just got a text message from Grant Cardone. Where I'm fixing to get and do an interview with him. I can get in any place. I can get on the mega yachts. I can go to the White House. I can go to the project. I can go to the trailer park. Like I can get in everywhere. It's just I needed somebody that I can feel safe with. That is not going to take and use me like I keep being used, and not really used because I give freely, but I give of my time and my money, and I've lost millions of dollars by just trusting other people. And so the last 3 years, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go way out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna learn as much as I possibly can. I'm gonna take on all these responsibilities. I'm only gonna believe in myself. I'm only gonna trust myself. And I'm going to give myself to everyone in the meantime, and I'm going to make all these connections and put everyone together. And I've been doing that. And everyone thought I was crazy. They're like, you lost too much. I mean, I lost my 6,900 square foot home on 5 acres. I lost my home in California. It's like I've been losing, but I felt like I was doing all the right things. Yeah. And so yesterday was just like so great, and to be able to put all of us together was like fun.
That's amazing. Honestly, thank you for saying that to me. I had a really great time too, just to know like, and I'm like I told you already, like these unfoldings that are happening, and to talk to somebody I'm so comfortable with, who understands, who you're going through like things with your children that I've kind of been in their footsteps, and then I kind of look at you like the experience my mom had, and she was like the single mom who didn't know what the fuck to do, like, right? And who loved the shit out of her kids, but you also have to take care of your own mental health. So balancing your mental health and then these humans you created, it is a huge balance. And I just want to tell you, like, I feel chaotic pretty often, but one thing I learned how to do, let yourself feel what you're feeling and bring yourself back to alignment. But if you constipate yourself and you hold it back, like, why am I acting like this? Why am I sad? That's when you're now reversing your alignment. So if you feel like crying, let it out. Your inner being, all the hurt, the trauma, all of that needs to just come out, just let it all out. And then and then watch how things are unfolding. Figure out how to bring yourself back into alignment. Like for me, my morning and night meditations are non-negotiables. And before I used to suck at keeping myself accountable for meditating. And now I went and bought one of those like wired headphones for Apple, leave it right by my bed because I know my AirPods, I'm going to take them everywhere. My Beats, I'm going to take them everywhere. I left these cheap wired headphones right next to my bed. I didn't make a special meditation corner, even though I have one. Like I don't go there because it feels like a task. I sit in bed. When I wake up in the morning, I don't even talk to anyone, nobody, not even my dogs I look at. I put my earphones on. As soon as I wake up, I flood my brain with positivity and trusting myself. And then sometimes I get out of alignment, then you do it again. But don't be hard on yourself for not being in alignment, because there are stages to it. To get on Buddha level, we're going to have to heal generational trauma, and that's not easy. So you're feeling growing pains right now, and I know you can do it. You're already doing so great. I showed my friends the videos, and they were just like, at first they were like, wait, is that a real person? I'm like, yeah, that's a real person. And she was like, wow, she was so good at, like, you can tell she knows what the fuck she's doing. She's asking you the right question. She's pulling information out of you. Like, and I will screenshot it and show it to you. Like 2 to 3 people literally commented about how your interview style was. And so it's real. You're doing great. You're on the right path. And right now it seems like you don't have a lot, but your abundance is like right in your vortex. You just have to figure out how to get it out of your vortex and get it in here, which we're all trying to figure out, right? Like everyone has.
So good, girl. I'm so glad that you said that, because I have been my partner, and I know that he has the best intentions, and he's just not an emotional person, and so it's very hard because I am an emotional person, and I can't make him who he's not, and he's who I'm not. I just am trying to find that balance. And trying to find that balance has been very hard because, he says, that I'm weak because, I'm trying so many things for so many people, and raising 14 children. I have been blessed to learn so many different personalities and do so many different things. So to me, it's normal. It's not deluding myself. It's just normal. And so to other people, me, it's emotional for me, giving to many people, they don't like it. They like it when it's to them, but they don't like it when it's to other people. Mm-hmm. And so I'm trying to explain, like, I don't know how not to do 50 tables because I raised all the children. I had room moms, all of them. They all played sports. They had emotional situations that they needed. And I've never had self support my whole entire life. I funded everything. I figured it out myself. And so I want a partner, and I desire to be with a person, in a personal relationship. But in the meantime, I'm learning to become everything I want in a business partner and a personal. And then as a mother, I ask myself every night before I go to sleep, would I have wanted to be your daughter today? Would I have wanted to be your son today? Would I have wanted to be your mother? That way I don't go to sleep without making sure that I was checking in on all those things.
I like to write, I have a list. It's called My Dream Girl, and it's me. And I wrote this entire list, and I add on to it all the time. Every time I think about something that I want to become, and it's literally titled My Dream Girl. And the color hair that I want, the curl, how I want my curls to look, and like where I want to live, what I want to feel, what I want to say, the boundaries I want to set, the way I want to dress, everything you think about this dream girl, right? Write her down and just read it. Just read it randomly, because that's kind of like your business strategy, where you write down your entire strategic plan and you go back and you look at it so you don't forget what your actual plan was, because it's so easy in business to derail, right? this is your strategic theory for yourself, and write all of these things down. And it's hard to work with men. And when I first started in corporate, it was really hard for me because I speak heart centered and more on emotions and what's right and what's wrong, and they don't. This is all numbers, you know. So when I stood into my feminine and stopped being insecure about it, everybody stopped fucking with me. Everybody stopped fucking with me. My husband is he's a complete opposite of me. He's like logical and he's very loving and kind, but he's logic. I'd seen him cry one time maybe. Like he's very, very strong. He grew up in a Caribbean household. His mom is black and his dad's white, and they're just, they grew up in an island. Like they're very strong, right? And I remember when we first dated, he commented about, me crying. And I said, this is how I express myself. This is who I am. I cry and express myself. Other people get angry and punch a wall. Other people shut down. Other people go on walks. There's different ways
Other people drink, they eat. That's why they're fat.
Yep. Exactly. So I do have to go soon. I have another call I have to jump on, but you are doing great. You are doing great. Continue to keep your frequency straight. If every time you get out of your alignment, just bring yourself back in. It's absolutely okay. And start giving yourself hugs.
Yeah.
Give yourself a hug.
That was so true, girl. Well, thank you so much. We'll talk soon again about 1,000 things. The house has pushed off to Thursday. They're closing on Thursday, so I'll have them. I left it in the message, and we'll talk back soon because I have more questions about getting applying for the assistant through your place for me and my son.
Okay, awesome. That would be amazing. And I'll send you the link to the application right now.
Okay, perfect. All right, love you.
you.